change.
It's the Aloha shirt psychic. Go and grab your lei. His name is Meldor. He keeps our stress at bay. And every week he goes live on the internet to read on all of your political comments. It's the Aloha shirt psychic.
Aloha. I put the wrong
Wednesday.
intro up. It's Aloha Wednesday. We were going to do a show last night, but we had problems here at the office with the internet. And this morning our Zoom was out, and Arthur and I thought we were live, and we're just talking away. I go,
We were doing a show for the last 10 minutes, and then Mel put it up and everything, and they said, wait a minute, I don't think we're live.
and we weren't live, so I
It was
apologize.
a really great show. It
Oh,
really
it was good, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Arthur, what's new with you?
Like I said earlier, just trying to wake up in the morning, breathing, and having a good time. Let's see, I'm doing members only on Friday, and then my Sunday show. So far this week.
So to contact Arthur, www.arthureaseyourmind.com, and visit his YouTube channel. Give a thumbs up. To contact me, 847-590-5411, or email me at www.meldor.com. And thank you for visiting my YouTube channel.
We are live now. Yay.
We are live now. We were talking about some of the trips coming up, and
Yeah.
I might have one opening for Peru leaving on September the 16th. I've got Iceland, October the 1st. That's sold out. Benicia, California in November. So go to Linda Grindel, GRINDEL.com/events. Scroll down and click on Benicia. I learned how to say it correctly. And you can sign up that way. I want to say a few. Go ahead.
And then I was going to ask Mel, what do you got planned for next year?
What do I have planned for next year? Next May will be a cruise on the Danube River. It starts in the Czech Republic, in Prague, or Czechia is the new word for it. We stay a couple, 2 or 3 days in Prague. They coach us on a motor coach down to either Regensburg, Germany, or Passau. We get on the river ship that holds 150 people in Passau. We go across the Danube into Austria, stopping at different UNESCO spots along the way. Melk Abbey is one. It's incredible. Then we have a stop in Bratislava, Slovakia. I love Bratislava. And we end in Budapest, Hungary. So come with us on that. And then in September, I just got the confirmation, the Galapagos.
Wow.
Just to Ecuador to see all the animals. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what we got going on.
Sounds fun to me.
There you go. All right. So let's see for
And he was talking about the wonderful dinner he had with his friend too.
Thank you. Let me just get to that. If I can find it. Yes. Here we go. I think I've got it. Whoops. Hold on a minute. Okay. Yes. Androniki Skincare. Andrew was in Chicago for just over 48 hours. Then we went to dinner at my favorite restaurant, Mykonos, Greek restaurant. If you live in the area, try it out. And we had a wonderful dinner. We talked all about Androniki Skincare. It's a wonderful stuff. When he had a back order, but now he's got plenty of product. So check it out. Website is andro-niki.com. And then Andro plus Niki, I think, is to order it, right?
Well, that's the name of it, but for browser purposes,
go to Andro/Niki.
Yeah.
There you go. And I discovered an Italian restaurant in Chicago. It's been around for a long time. I had never heard of it, called Bonaterra, B-U-O-N-A, Bonaterra, Terra, means good earth. And the owners are friends of mine, or clients actually. And the food is phenomenal. So everybody check out Bonatera restaurant in Chicago if you really like good Italian food. You're going to love it. All right. No, we don't get paid for this. I only plug stuff that I like. So there you go. All right. Are we ready, sir?
I was going to say, and if you're in Los Angeles, you like Cuban food, there's Versailles. It's the best.
There you go. Anyway, Andrew's going to be on the show Monday with Linda now. So.
Yay.
Next Tuesday, Arthur's channel, Tuesday. Provided that
we have internet.
Provided that Mercury doesn't rear its ugly head again. That's one planet I really think they should blow out of the sky, is what I think. But,
no.
Why not? All right. I think I lost my questions I had starred. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, they're still there. They're still there.
Oh, they are? You see them?
I think so, yeah. I'm not a co-host. I'm just here as a guest. So
I don't know how to fix that, but we will try to fix that.
Next time.
No, it's not starred, but I'll go through and star them. Oops. Let me get back to comments. I don't know what I'm doing here. I feel like, here we go. Okay. So tonight we're only answering political questions. Please keep your comments positive. And if they get negative, we will remove you because there's no reason to be negative. Okay. All right.
There's reasons to be upset, but not reasons to drag everybody down with you.
Correct. Okay. Here we go. Hello, Dynamite Duo. Question.
Hi.
Carol Bark. Hi. Will Taco, I love that, eventually be made to pay back the monies that he has taken from all the government funding he took? That's a very good question.
I don't know if they'll be able to get it from him. Let's face it, how many times has the guy gone bankrupt?
Well, they can confiscate some of his estate if they can.
Oh yeah, I feel there will be some type of repayment of something. You know, maybe they'll keep the jet.
My feeling is they're going to be able to prove it was fraud, and it might even be after his demise.
Yeah,
when he no longer is on the earth plane. But I do see all kinds of lawsuits, federal lawsuits filed against his estate.
exactly.
And they will recoup a lot of that money, yes, because his estate is going to go.
I've always felt that's how E. Jean Carroll gets paid, is from his estate.
Oh, he'll keep denying that, but she will get her money. You're right. My guides tell me yes.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you brought that up because people will be asking about it. Normally,
the first one was about $5 million. I feel she will get, but the $83 million or whatever it was, and don't forget, it's still ticking with interest.
Interest can really add up on that money, and then he's going to go to court, his estate, to try to stop the interest. Not going to work. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Baby Bell. Hello, Mel and Arthur. Love you guys. I lost my fur baby 10 days ago and would like to know if she forgives me and is happy and having with her grandma, Amalia. I'm so sorry about the loss. Normally, we're not doing personal questions, but I'm going to answer this one because you know how we love animals. My feeling is your fur baby is happy. You made the right decision. That's what I'm hearing. And the fur baby is going to send you another fur baby. So that's what I feel.
And what I heard was no guilt.
No guilt. Right.
And thank you.
Sorry about the loss.
Yes.
Okay. Oops. Donna655 said, hi, Arthur and Mel. What do you see going on with Rubio? He's a disgrace to the Latin people. That's what's
standing on his tippy toes.
There you go. Being thirsty. Remember that?
Oh my God, every 5 seconds.
I know. They should keep just replaying that and replaying that. Yeah. Do you think he is having second thoughts and getting a soul back? Please give a read on him. He's not having second thoughts about anything.
What I've always picked up about him, I always feel like in about 3 months, if that long, they're going to use him as a scapegoat. and kick him to the curb, and he gets to see what the under of a bus looks like.
Hope it's I hope it's leaking oil.
Thing is, he might be too small, so it doesn't even hit him.
Hope it's leaking oil. They can lube him under there and lube him out. Oh, when you said use him as a scapegoat, I got cold chills, and that's a yes.
Yeah.
So they will use him as a scapegoat. Trump's going to turn on him. Well, I didn't do it. Rubio did it. This one did it. That one did it.
Yeah, just like Hegseth, too.
Oh, wait. Hegseth and Trumpolini are going to have a huge falling out. Let's see where that goes.
But also with him now saying that they should get rid, women should not be able to vote.
Oh, please. Women. Oh, if you're a woman out there, you need to be calling. What are those numbers, Arthur, that people can call?
5calls.org. 5, the number 5, CALLS.org. It gets you to all of your representatives.
And if they try to do away with or take away women's right to vote, the Supreme Court, that will go to SCOTUS and they would say absolutely not. Even though this court is slanted a lot toward Trump, they're not going to take away women's right to vote. Why? Because there's women on the court, and they're not going to like that.
Amy Coney Barrett's going to have to recuse herself.
Yeah, right. Okay. Rubio is going to be political doo-doo after Trump is out.
He's what do you call it? Nuclear waste.
In the future, I see him running for governor of Florida, but I don't feel he'll win it.
No, because he'll run it into the ground. No pun intended.
They're going to say, "Remember Putin?"
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Donna, do you think our country will go on strike to stop this madness? Maybe the women. We just kind of touched on that. What do you think, Arthur?
I feel there will be. I feel more like instead of a strike, more like no King's Days and more protests of that nature are coming up.
I see a lot more protests, and I see a lot of people saying if a company is supporting Trump, boycott that company. If Trump is trying to do certain things with, federal institutions, and they're going to tell people don't go to work, they can't fire everybody. Mm-hmm. And even when they try, it would backfire. So a lot more protests, you're right. Going on strike. You know what I see, though, is somebody organizing something for many, many Americans on a certain day or 2 days will just not go to work, not do anything. So I guess that's like a strike.
Right. Yeah. And also when you had mentioned, about don't donate to where they give money to Trump, there's a company that an app, Goods Unite Us. It tells you, you put the name of a company and it tells you who they are affiliated with and how much they give in contributions to which party.
There you go. All right.
Public service announcement.
Gavin Newsom memes. Is this going to work in our favor?
Oh, the trolling is just beautiful.
Well, Cittadini's going to come back with, why is he doing that? He's an idiot. He's this, he's that. I'm going to arrest him. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, and then Newsom will say, why is he doing that? I'm your favorite governor.
Yeah, you know what? For everything Trump does,
he's doing it back
to him in spades. And
the right-wing media are going crazy on it. Why can't he do something original? He's acting very childish. It's like, he's trying to show you that
it's okay for Cittadini.
It's
okay for Cittadini, but for Newsom, the
double standards.
Double standards get me crazy. And you know what? He's just going to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. It's going to get better and better. Actually, it's going to make him wildly popular.
Well, the one meme that I thought was the best was they had a picture of him kneeling down and praying, and there was Chris Rock had his hand on his shoulder, Tucker Carlson had his hand on his shoulder, and behind it was the wrestler that just passed away, Hulk Hogan. as an angel. And they had that there. And then somebody wrote, how dare he? And then his people wrote back, oh, sorry, we put the wrong one up. And they put the one of Trump as the Pope.
I love it. That's funny.
Yeah.
All righty, here we go.
Fight fire with fire.
Like fire with fire. Janet Perales says, hi, guys.
Hi.
What happens when a state runs out of money? They go bankrupt, I guess. Apparently, some
Lots of things
are going broke.
Well, first of all, it would mean significant challenges, financial obligations, delayed in payments, state, delays in payments to vendors, contractors, and even state employees, potential defaults, reduced funding, services reductions across the board, revenue just goes down the hill.
I think what they're asking
services.
I also think what they're asking, would that give the federal government recourse to come in and take over those states? And the answer to that is no, because the state's still going to be a state.
Well, the thing is, what they could do is they could get federal loans.
Yeah, but Trump will refuse them.
Exactly. But I'm just saying that, experiencing shortfalls can borrow money from the federal government, the federal unemployment account. But it basically cuts the public services, everything.
That's why that he's threatening to cut funding to Democratic states. And he's going to try that, but they'll tie it up in court. And the Supreme Court will say, no, you can't do that just because they spoke up against you.
And basically Newsom has said, go ahead and try it. That means we're not going to pay your money.
Bingo. That's right.
We'll hold the money for ourselves, take care of our state.
Especially like states like California.
The fourth largest economy in the world.
Bingo. And Illinois.
I love your Pritzker guy. He's great.
Oh, he's cool. He is. He's a great governor. Kevin Loving Vibrations is in the house.
Hi,
Hello,
Kevin.
Kevin. How are you? Kevin is with us. Okay.
In mind, body, and spirit.
Yep. All right. Nicole says, hello, Mel and Arthur. Hi, Nicole. Will the right-wing media ever turn against the felon?
Sorta. When the writing's on the wall.
Well, just like, when Hitler was defeated, then all of a sudden everybody crawled back on the woodwork.
Yeah.
But now who owns Fox News? Is it Rupert Murdoch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once he passes away, I got a feeling there's going to be a big to-do between his sons. And one son is going to say, no, we don't want this to be the propaganda arm for TV.
Oh, they've already been going through that. Yeah.
And I see them coming back to center. Now one of the sons would say, yeah, but we'll lose money. But at some point, it might take 6 or 7 years, but my feeling is Fox News is going to be sold.
I think
and not to an ultra right wing consortium. So, anyway,
no.
I think a lot of them are going to be hurting because streaming and social media is going to really
taking over. Yeah.
So those ones that did Trump's bidding, the major networks, they're going to really suffer for that.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have to watch.
While they sell the Kool-Aid, we sell V8.
Our V8 is not tainted.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Pink Lady. Hi, Mel and Arthur. What outcome do you see for Texas Representative Nicole Collier, who is currently standing her ground, refusing to sign the slave papers?
I just want to make one comment. The representative is black, and to have said slave papers, I would disagree with that. Sorry. Just yell at me later, but I just wanted to correct that. But she's standing her ground.
She's what?
She's going to stand her ground.
I think it's going to set the example for other people not to sign it. And the fact that they're holding her against her will, if that ever went to the Supreme Court, they're going to, it would be like, you can't do that. You cannot hold somebody against their will. You cannot force somebody to sign something that they don't believe in signing.
Right. They want her to sign a paperwork that she will be, if she leaves, she has to be escorted and tagged so that she can't leave the state.
Well, it's unconstitutional, and if it goes to the Supreme Court, they're going to say it is unconstitutional because you cannot restrict people's freedom of movement unless they've been convicted of something. Right. And so that's not going to fly. She's going to dig her heels in. And it's going to coalesce a lot of other Dems to dig their heels in. And it's going to be, remember Nicole's battle cry. Kind of like, remember the Alamo?
Obviously, they forgot.
Yeah, right?
Also see out of Texas, James Tallarico, is that his name? He's a rising star.
Bingo.
He really is. I'm getting like Pete Buttigieg energy around him as far as him getting known. I mean, he is a preacher, teacher, not right wing at all. He was raised by a single parent. He knows the whole struggles, and he knows what people have to go through. But he knows how to talk to Republicans about what the Republicans are doing and what the Democrats are doing. He's going to all the town meetings. Well, Republicans are. He's going basically where angels fear to tread.
I can tell you right now. Who else is going to start being very mouthy and getting a lot of attention in the media is Beto.
Oh, yeah.
How do we pronounce his name? Beto.
O'Rourke. Mr. O'Rourke.
There you go, Mr. O. All right.
The plane. Oh, that's Mr. Rourke. Never mind.
I like this one. Robert Hartman says, will Graham Plattner beat Susan Collins in 2026?
Yes.
He's Democrat for Maine. Yes. I want to do her imitation. And it's funny when they, about when they impeached Trump the second time or the first time. And she goes, he won't do it again.
He'll learn his lesson.
Bingo. She'll be defeated. Rumor has it then she's going to start doing shake and bake commercials. You just put it in the bag and hold still. I'm sorry, I couldn't pass that one.
I was going to say, or she could do a one woman show of Katharine Hepburn. But either way,
he won't do it again. Okay. She said she wouldn't do certain.
She says one thing and does another, and she writes strongly worded letters. That's all about it,
That's about it. So I see her defeated. I have for a long time. Good.
Great question. Thank you, Robert.
Okay, here's one. We got Kevin in the house, so maybe let's see what this one says. Miss Priz. Hey, Miss Priz, 1965. I take it that the year maybe she was born. Ms. Priz, if that's the case, you just told your age, darling. All right. Hello, Mel and Arthur. Hands yellow, heart red. I'm wondering if we here in Ohio are going to get some Democrats in the House and Senate. And what about the next governor? Thank you both in advance. That's a good question.
I don't see Ramaswamy, whatever his name is, getting in.
No.
Governor.
Nope. It's funny. Because those people in Ohio that are MAGAs and this and that, and the bigots, but yet they'll put someone like Ramaswamy to run for office. I don't care about skin color or anything like that, but yet, he's of brown skin, and who cares as long as he can do the job. But I find it amazing that those bunch of bigots, and the only reason that they're doing that is say, see, we're not bigots because we have this candidate.
And they're saying, I never realized how brown he was until he stepped off his wallet.
Okay, bingo. So, he'll never win.
No. Loser.
He's a man.
Entertainment purposes only.
I see, and I do see Democrats getting elected to the House and Senate, because even some conservative Ohioans are getting tired of the BS, specifically with women's rights and all that kind of stuff. Women in Ohio are going to speak up, and they will be successful.
Yeah.
Here's a personal question. Normally we don't do them, but I'm going to answer this one because we are animal lovers. Janet Jackson says, my daughter's dog Maggie is missing. Will she be found?
I got a yes on it. 3 days.
I hear yes too. I don't know if somebody picked her up.
I was going to say, it feels like somebody's taking care.
Right. And they're just trying to figure out who the owner is.
Yeah.
So if you all have dogs, always get them microchipped, because then if they end up missing, the vet can scan and, find the owner. So I feel the dog is alive and well.
Next year, they'll try that with children.
Chip children, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not kidding. It's just scary.
I know, but I see the dog being found.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a good one. Firefly 10241. Do you see any politicians switching parties before November of 2026? Well,
GOP politicians.
Right. I'm sorry, GOP politicians. Well, I mean, for them to switch horses in the middle of the stream, I don't think they'll do that. But I do think what's going to happen is that, well, I'm actually thinking two will, but the rest of them,
I got two will, and they're going to be resigning.
Right. They might publicly, say, they won't go against Trump, but behind the scenes, they're working on ways to get rid of him. I can tell you that right now. So, anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Arthur.
No, I was going to say, use a different ketchup on that hamburger.
Here you go.
It tastes like bitter almonds. I don't understand.
For those of you who don't get that, bitter almonds is arsenic.
I just think about arsenic in old ways.
I never tasted arsenic, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful, awesome Arthur and Mel. Do you see more ethics scandals emerging among Supreme Court justices before the end of the year? Yes.
Is the Pope Catholic?
No, I actually heard he's not.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Especially with Clarence Thomas.
Oh, there's going to be so much. I wonder, my light bulb just went on, and I got a funny feeling there might even be some stuff in the Epstein files about a justice, or one that is, wasn't a justice then, but is now. I won't mention any names.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's what I pick up. And those files will be released. They'll be leaked too. And Trump says, not true. They were leaked. But well, if it's
There are
not
no files. What are you talking about?
then what's the problem? Right? All right. Let's see here. Suzanne Borneman says, what do you see for Gavin Newsom chances for president in 2028? I got my answer to that. But go ahead. What do you think, Arthur?
At the moment, very strong.
I see him running, and I see him winning. I could be wrong, but he's clearly going to get the nomination. And I like the memes, and he's going to get more mouthy, and it's like, bring it on, Donald, bring it on. He's that shot in the arm, I think, that the Democratic Party needs. And he's going to get a vice president who's going to be equally as mouthy. Yay. So there you have it.
The other day, I was reading, and somebody asked me about Kamala Harris. And I kept on getting, I don't see her as Attorney General. I don't see her as president. But then I saw her on the Supreme Court.
Either that or Secretary of State.
I didn't see her Secretary of State. Really, I saw her as a Supreme Court justice.
But she's never been a judge.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to be. She's a lawyer.
Yeah, I know. I just had a feeling he might ask somebody like Jasmine Crockett. I don't know if it's her, but I see a female that he would have as a running mate. I could be wrong, but somebody who is very bright and intelligent and smart and brilliant. So, yeah.
And I've always seen AOC as a Speaker of the House.
I'm sorry, say again.
I've always seen AOC as Speaker of the House one day.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, we know that the preacher Mike won't last long.
He's got some scandals coming up.
Oh, there's some huge scandals coming up about him.
Especially if Grindr. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Oh, did you say that? Will they release the files? Oh, they got some juicy stuff. And you know what? I see that leaked too.
Well, it's a Chinese company, number one. Number two, the fact that, they don't talk about that, during the Republican National Convention, Grindr crashed twice.
Right? And then it's going to be like Trump again. It's not true. It's fake. It's whatever. They just leaked
It's a hoax.
Yeah, but then what's going to happen is some of those people that hooked up with some of those politicians from that website, that app, are going to come forward and say, oh, yeah, it happened on this date at this time, blah, blah, blah. And what's Trump going to do? Threaten to prosecute them or send them somewhere? They don't care. They're still going to speak up.
Hey, Lindsay, never mind.
Oh, that'll come out big time.
Well, Laura Loomer already said that, she came out and during a deposition, oh, they're telling me that Lindsey Graham is gay. And then she says, oh, I had to say it because I was under oath. It's like she was under oath about something totally different and then brought it up.
Okay, Rochelle Marie. Hello, everyone. It is just coming across that Elon Musk wants to cozy up to Shady Vance, the Maybelline queen.
Or just Vance.
As he sees Maybelline queen as the heir to MAGA. Your views, please. Didn't Musk want to start his own party? Go ahead. I'll let you run with that one, Arthur, because I know what I'm going to say.
All I keep on hearing is circus music. And a clown song. Exactly. And a Jack in the Box. All the flavor. No. It's. Oh, and when Newsom was writing one of his memes, he called J.D. Vance Just Dance Vance.
Did you hear, like, when he was in the Cotswolds, that they refused to serve him? They asked him to leave. Kamala had been there before, and she was like, yeah, Kamala, come on in. They were like, we're not serving you. We're not doing this. And a lot of the wait staff and the people that work this said, if you allow him here, we're quitting. We're walking out. Well, he didn't get to go there. And now I read today that the Maybelline queen, I'm going to call him MQ from now on, Maybelline queen, that he was booed along with Pete Hegseth in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
And Stephen Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Now, one report from a certain news agency we won't mention.
Actually, it's not. They say they're news, but it's actually known as an entertainment corporation.
Like us, entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it said that there were just a few people that were booing. Yet other agencies reported that the crowds were larger and they got booed. So, people do. Many of the MAGAs or many of the Republicans do not like MQ. Number one, he doesn't have or shall I say she,
it
doesn't have the charisma that Donald Trump has. And it's just a turnoff to people.
He's got the charisma of a dead muskrat,
I'll take the dead muskrat.
Yeah. Actually, when you kept them saying, Mascara Queen, I kept them going, a new ABBA song. I'm hearing it now.
Mascara Queen. I'm sorry, I couldn't pass that up.
I hope you guys are having fun because I am.
We're having fun. I don't want to go to YouTube jail, but
Yeah.
hey, we need a laugh. Laughter is healing.
Exactly.
You know, we're laughing, but we're serious. Maybe no, we're serious.
Well, behind we joke around, but all of our predictions are as serious as a heart attack.
That's right. Don't say heart attack to me. I got coronary artery disease. Firefly. Hello, gentlemen. It looks like Hurricane Aaron is heading to the Carolinas and or up the East Coast. Do we have anything to worry about?
I'd been predicting this several months ago. I felt flooding. I'm not seeing loss of lives or property damage. I'm just getting flooding.
Well, I think it'll re-intensify
Yeah.
as it goes up the coast. So yeah, there's going to be damage. You know, I think the Carolinas need to watch out. But I've read that in the, you know, I always Google breaking news, and then it said about Hurricane Aaron. But I wrote here, record-breaking hurricane will hit the eastern seaboard, Florida, and all the way up. It's going to be huge, record-breaking. You know, I don't know if it's a 5 or 6, but it's going to be record-breaking, and it's going to hit the eastern seaboard, and it's really going to, a lot of headlines, cause a lot of damage. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so. It's either this year or next year, but I'm telling you all, it is coming.
And the word I keep on hearing is sandbags.
And what's Trump going to do? Throw paper towels. And, you know, a lot of people are going to say, where was FEMA? Well,
there is no FEMA.
You know, right. It was defunded, right?
No, we took the money from FEMA so we could build Alligator Alcatraz. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Or so we could give my wealthy oligarch friends tax cuts. Yeah, it's not going to bode well because there's a lot more severe storms coming. It'll be interesting to see Trump and FEMA's response. Or Trump's response. Okay. Now, I don't know. I'm going to put this up. I don't know exactly what it means. Trump just put sanctions on the Canadian ICC judge. What's up with that? I have not heard about that. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't answer it.
So I will have to research it, but I will find out and get back to you.
Not I think it has something to do with a clown car. So
there you go. Okay.
Or just being a taco man.
We've kind of touched on this. Dolores Agallo says, hello, Mel and Arthur. Will Musk help the MAGA Republicans to win the midterms? Well, he's going to.
If someone's on his side, he'll help them.
Well, behind the scenes, he's not gonna really support people that Trump support. Or unless he supports them to try to get them on his side, but I don't think that'll work.
Well, if he gets somebody that can make sure that he gets his contracts, then he'll put money behind them.
Okay. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, there we go. Hold on. I was late. Oh, that's all right. You're not that late. I lost my place. Give me 1 second. Oh shoot. I lost my place. I'm sorry.
This is why we don't let Mel play with things.
Yeah, because I am all thumbs. Oh, here's a good one. Helen Zezutsko says, will karma come for Laura Loomer? She had a hand in stopping Gaza children from getting medical attention here. She is despicable. What do you think?
Yeah.
Clearly, karma is going to come for her. Big time. Like you have no idea. So, yes.
I was reading an article with the White House. Some of the people in the White House treat her like a quote unquote fly. Like a fly, get away.
Acadian Proud just gave us, let's see, I don't know how to put it up, but $4.99, thank you. And she said Judge Kimberly Prost of Canada was sanctioned for ruling to authorize ICC's investigation into U.S. personnel in Afghanistan. I don't see that holding up. I just don't. So Thank you, Acadian, for letting us know that. I don't know how to put that in the chat, but anyway, I'm still trying to find my place here. Okay, here we go. I found it. Let me scroll down. I'm sorry, you all. I'm just challenged with this because normally we have people working behind the scenes, and I'm trying to do it all. Okay, now this one, I'm going to touch on this because I think it's really relevant. Debbie Smith says, "Hi, Mel and Arthur. I feel there are no more questions to be asked. I feel this evil will go on forever." And I can phrase that into a question. Will this evil go on forever? Well, not forever. Forever is a long time, but for a very long time. Arthur, what do you think?
I can understand why you feel that way.
We all do to a degree.
But to start feeling like that is, words are very important. Intention is very important. It's like the guy that says, "I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life." Well, guess what? The universe is going to bring a life he hates. So if we keep on saying evil is not going to go away, it's going to be forever, don't do that. It's okay to feel this way, but you can't wallow in it. And at one point, you have to say, you know what? I can feel this way for this moment, but I know it's going to go away. This is not going to be forever.
I would suggest everyone watch the movie Schindler's List. Because when we say, what can we do? Look what Otto Schindler did.
Yeah.
And I remember a time in that movie when I think the commandant of the concentration camp was representing Amon Goethe, but it was played by Rafe. I can't think of his last name. That what he was. Yeah. And he had the Jewish girl that he was so cruel to, and all of this. And there was a basement scene when Schindler was talking to this German girl, and he gave her a kiss on the forehead, and he said, "This madness will end, and the madness in this country will end."
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Kuwait not long ago, there was a family from Canada, and they were waiting to board the helicopter to take a tour around the island. I was waiting for my great nieces, and they got there an hour early, and we were talking, and I was telling them things to do and see on the island. I said, "I'm not Hawaiian, but I've been coming here for years. I know the island inside now." And they told me they were from Canada. I could tell by the accent, but still. And I said, "Wow, there are many of us Americans who would love to live in Canada right now. You're very lucky to have the government you have with Carney." They were not Trumpsters, that's for sure. And he looked at me, and his whole expression changed, and he said, "America will weather this storm. It will change within 2 years for the better." I was like, whoa. To me, that was a message from my guides.
Yeah.
Just affirming. So, always speak up and always ask questions, because then you're giving in to their tyranny. And I will not give in to that.
No.
Ever. So
I just apologize to all my Canadian friends saying, "I'm sorry you live above the crack house."
people in the world still like us Americans. They don't like Trump.
Right. They know it's not us.
That's right. They do know. Okay, so Terry Mullins says, "I've been feeling like the final nail in the coffin of this administration is about to be hammered in for a couple of days now." Yay.
Bingo.
I feel the same thing. I don't think it's a couple of days, but it is coming by degree. And there's some huge things coming out that are going to be very scandalous. The Epstein file's not over. Trump is doing a lot of this stuff as diversion, detraction, but it'll keep coming front and center.
I was even saying that Epstein's file is going to pile up. It's going to be taller than Tower of Babylon. But at the same time, I've been saying for some time now, and I don't know why, but my guys have been saying, look out the end of September into October. A lot of stuff is hitting the fan. in a good way for us.
Here's a good question. Stargazer 78 says, "Hello, our Aloha duo. Fox News is doing stories about Dumpty, saying he wants to make a peace deal so he can get into heaven." He's pandering to the ultra right.
He wants to make a peace deal so he gets the Nobel Peace Prize.
It's not going to happen.
No, unless it's made of chocolate.
And if he gets the Nobel Peace Prize, there's going to be so many people protesting. Are they preparing us for the big health news on Dumpty? No, it's just a diversion. I want to make this so I can get into heaven. You know, if I were a minister or a priest, I would be really angry that somebody would make a statement like that, because my response is, can't buy your way into heaven there, Cheetolini.
What is it about the camel and and that thread of needle? Just kidding. Yeah, he's not. He wants to get to heaven, then pay restitution to E. Jean Carroll and all the others. Admit to your mistakes, admit to your felonies, and step down.
Are bigots allowed in heaven? I don't think so. Because heaven's for people of all different walks.
Well, spirit.
White, bigoted old men. Gay people they got a special place in heaven. Some do. There's some jerks there too. There's jerks everywhere. But there's a lot of nice people out there.
I was watching the movie 12 Angry Men.
Ooh, I like that movie.
If they were to redo it today, it would just not be the same. Because there's all white angry men.
Maybe it would have an impact.
Mm.
All right, Debbie Smith says, Baby Bell to, I'm so sorry for your loss. It's hard to lose a fur baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's gut-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. My Taz has been gone 5 months and it still hurts. You did nothing for her to forgive you for, dear. She will visit you soon. Yay. Thank you.
That
is a wonderful answer. It really is.
That's what I love about this community. We're all here for each other. So thank you.
And, you know, it used to be in this country, we could be from different political persuasions and all that and still like each other and help each other. And when this hurricane happens that I see coming, this humongous hurricane that's going to be just like shattering, Republicans, Democrats, Independents alike will band together. Because during
humans, it doesn't matter what.
That's right. And during big things like that, we do band together. So it'll almost be a unifying force. I hate that it's going to happen, but people are going to be mad at Trump because who was at the helm? Nobody. Okay.
He was teeing off.
There you go.
Having his people cheat for him.
Okay. Richleen Devine or Devine? Richleen Devine or Devine? Says, hi, Mel and Arthur. How's Trump's health? I'm seeing falling down, surgery, and a wheelchair. Thanks, Mel and Arthur. What do you think?
I've always said gurney handcuffed, so we'll see.
Okay.
And you've always said head, and I've always said heart and kidneys.
When they showed his legs so swollen and his hands, they said venous insufficiency. I'm like, no way. First thing that hit me was congestive heart failure. And a lot of times with congestive heart failure, it leads to stroke. And I just keep seeing the dark clouds around his head area. My guides keep showing me that. And, you know, he can say his health is good, but I can tell you right now, it is not, for entertainment purposes only. But it is not.
I think we need to come out with a new version of remember the game Operation?
Yes.
Yeah, but with Trump's head on it.
Bobblehead.
Oh, wait, there's no heart.
There's no anything. Where's the brain? Never existed. Okay.
It's over there. It says Abby Normal.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Okay. Club. I can't pronounce that name. It's up there. Whatever. CLABHMZ says.
Debbie Smith.
Debbie Smith, to answer that one about she's got no more questions to ask because she thinks the evil will not stop. She says, sometimes I feel the same way, but someone once told me the only way to get out of a swamp is to keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Was that Sherry?
Thank you. I like that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yay. That was
And
neat.
someone tries to restock it.
Somebody said, "Where's Mel and Arthur?" They must have tuned in earlier. We're here. Oh, it's
I'm in Los Angeles. Mel's in Chicago. Hello.
it's our doppelganger. You guys can look that up. I know what that means. Okay. Sherry's not behind the scenes, Joel, because if Sherry was behind the scenes,
She'd be mentioning this right now.
I wouldn't be having this problem.
You don't have a problem. We love you, Mel.
All right, let's see here. We aren't living in the real United States of America, are we? Well,
A facsimile thereof.
we'll get our democracy back. It won't go away. And a lot of these things that Trump is doing through executive order that are signing, it's going to be like unconstitutional. What's that one he just signed? And I was like, I can't think of it. It was just so outlandish. I'm like, no.
What about this whole thing right now about voting? No.
Oh, that was it. Signed an executive order about no more mail-in votes, no more this, because he knows that the Dems get the mail-in votes.
But it was after Putin told him, "Oh, you would have won if you didn't have the mail-in votes."
Well, he did win, but that will go to the Supreme Court. All these lawsuits.
No, he's talking about the first time round.
That's
He
right.
would have lost to Biden.
Well, the Supreme Court's going to say, no, you can't do that. It's, mail-in votes are up to each state. Even though it's federal election, they're going to say you can't do that.
It would have to be Congress who would have to step in too. But also, guess who has mail-in voting? Russia.
Thank you. So, then what he's going to do is talk to the Republican governors and say, stop mail-in voting in your state. But I'm telling you, it will go to the Supreme Court and they'll say, you can't do that.
Give me 5 more houses, 5 more seats.
Right. Hello. Okay. Hello, Mel and Arthur. Do you feel the politicians that are now switching from Republican to Democrat can be trusted to have changed their mindset or only doing it to try to get elected? Well, that's a really good question.
And honestly, I think it's not just to get elected. I really feel they mean it. They're done.
I think it's a combination of both. And here's where we can agree to disagree. But once they're elected, they're not going to go back to the MAGA side.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to have to, and I think that many of them really mean it. They've had it. Mm-hmm. Because the Republican Party is not the Republican Party anymore.
No, it's the MAGA cult.
It really is, and people are tired of it. So, anyway, okay. Let me see here. We got time for maybe one more. Good comments tonight. Here's a good one. Okay. Susan Bornman says, how will the courts rule on the tariffs?
Against Trump eventually.
That's what I see. Absolutely. I like this. It says, good evening, everyone. A small blue dot in the horrible red state of Missouri. Well, I see Missouri becoming a lot less red.
Purple.
And then in the near future. So, okay. I like this. Some Acadian Proud always got some good stuff. Yeah. When things get tough and wanted to stop, to set a timer for 5 minutes, feel what you need to feel, then reset timer for 5 minutes and do something, anything. Reset the timer and repeat. Hopefully by then you feel better. That's a great idea. Make that call.
5calls.org.
What was it?
5calls.org.
There you go. And people say, oh, well, it doesn't do any good. Yes, it does.
I call 3 times a week, please.
Everybody call like 10 times a day if you have to.
Yeah. And also there's a congressional switchboard.
Okay. Aloha from Hawaii. Hello, Scully Sense. Aloha. Here you go. If you feel you can keep sending love and calming, protective, and positive white light to the guides and angels to use for good of the world, absolutely. That helps raise the vibration.
And what I always say is, we all try and manifest things. Why don't we just manifest that we live in a democracy again?
I agree. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Susan C63. Hello from California. So I'm questioning that the Putin that visited with Humpty Dumpty was actually Putin. It was Putin.
It was. I don't see a double. I mean, when I don't have my glasses on, but I don't see that it was a fake Putin.
Okay. There we go. Helen, I can't pronounce her name. Helen says, hi there. Why doesn't Putin release what he has on Orange Cittadini besides the Epstein info? Because he can use that to get...
He can still hold it over his head.
That's right. The stuff he's got on Trump, he can use to manipulate Trump to do his bidding. That's why.
And I also feel Trump family members.
Right. Okay. G-Not says, hi from California, home of America's favorite governor and president one day.
Future president.
You got it. Okay.
Future presidential candidate.
Let's see. Mel, for your Danube trip, any chance Orban will be gone by then? I don't know. But a lot of people don't want to travel overseas because of. I say step out of the fear. If I thought there was going to be a problem with these trips, I would not be taking them. I remember when I went to Africa the first time, a lot of people withdrew because they heard Africa, oh my God, there's violence, there's this. And I said, if I thought that anybody was going to be injured or hurt, I would never put anybody in harm's way. And we went on these trips and there wasn't any issue whatsoever. I don't feel any issues coming with Peru, nor with Iceland, nor with my trips next year to the Galapagos or to the Danube. So I just reassure people it's okay to travel. People in Europe, they really like 70% of us, and they're on our side. They're all working in our favor to help us get rid of cheese.
Because they've already lived through it. They know what this is. Their relatives lived through all this.
Right, exactly. So, okay. Here. Okay, one more.
Okay.
Hi, Mel and Arthur. Hi, Mel and Arthur. Mel, that is going on in the United States. This orange blob is the wrecking ball. How do we do what?
Stop.
Oh, how do we stop? By speaking up, by getting candidates that'll speak up, by, protest, right to peaceful assembly, going on strike. Get involved. That's right.
Volunteer. Even it means going to your local representatives, volunteering, phone banks, whatever it takes.
Right. Somebody says, I love Androniki skincare. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Somebody says, hello, Sherry. I don't know.
Sherry's not here.
She's not behind the scenes, I don't think. Okay. This one's the last one. Mexico recently signed an integration agreement with Guatemala and Belize, and this is coming after USA recent military showing in the Caribbean Sea. What do you see the region resistance against Trump? Huge resistance against Trump. They're going to stand up to Trump. They're not going to be afraid of him. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Arthur?
They're going to draw a line in the sand, basically, and say,
I have been seeing a lot of Central American and Latin American countries forming like a Latin American alliance to stand up against Trump, and they're not going to be fearful. And there's power in numbers, and they're going to have that. Okay, here's one more. I always say one more. They kind of get addicted.
It's like a Lace commercial.
There you go. This is a good one. We'll end with this one. Optus student says, Should I renew my passport so I can vote in the 2026 election? I'm a woman and the government may require 2 state IDs and my husband's last name. If they do that and that goes to the Supreme Court, it'll be overturned, by the way. That
Vote.
it is not going to have to be in your husband's last name. However, do renew your passport.
Yes,
always,
especially now. Yes.
always. Because, you know, if you don't have a real ID to get on an airplane, you can use your passport.
And also get global entry if possible.
Correct. Well, for global entry, you have to apply for that, and you have to have an interview, and you have to go in and get fingerprinted. But you can get TSA approved.
Yeah.
But it's the same process.
Same thing. I'm just saying.
Well, I've gone through both.
Mm-hmm.
But get your passport renewed.
Definitely get your passport.
Absolutely. You know what I would do, even if they try that, it's not going to fly, by the way. But I would go when I would register to vote, and I'd be like, here's my passport, here's my driver's license, right? Here, this is who I am.
Here's my blood type. Here's my...
Here you go.
Yeah.
So, and what if somebody has their maiden name and they're married? So if they're trying to say it's got to be in the husband's name, no, that's discriminatory. Can't do that. You know, the only voter fraud was the cheating that Donald Trump did. Okay, we're going to end it with a goodie. How does Dumpty feel about Gavin Newsom mocking his... Oh my God, he's so mad. That's why he's going to strike. Anytime Trump tries to strike back, that means he's mad. But Newsom is just going to put fuel on Newsom's fire.
Yeah, the thing is that when Trump tries to hit back, he misses.
That's right. Newsom ain't going to quit. Yay. All right, Arthur, next week, your channel?
Yes.
Yay. Everybody, thumbs up to Arthur's channel. Subscribe. Thumbs up my channel. Subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate your support. I'm starting a new membership drive. So I just spoke with Aiden, and on maybe 1 or 2 Wednesdays a month, I'll be answering personal questions for my members.
Yay. And
so,
I've got a members meeting on Friday, 5:30.
I'm going to do mine on Wednesdays. So everybody sign up and
have fun.
Subscribe, and we will see you next Tuesday. Meanwhile, have an aloha week.
Yep. And let's have fun. Bye.
Hold on. I am trying to do this. I'm trying. I'm still trying.